Okay, I figured out my key to success, now I'm locked in. I learned how to open doors like a locksmith. I'm uptown, I'm the one they wanna shop with. Run off with the bag even though we don't shoplift. All that gun talk y'all want, I'm not with. It's not cool, everybody got them long clips. You gon' mess around and get one of your dogs hit. And when you do, I hope you know you're not John Wick.
What up? Welcome back. Appreciate you locking in with us.
Welcome back.
I'm Atwood. Killer to my left here, DK. Gonna be a short one today. Got a lot of
Ricky.
Yeah, it's a little quickie. Got some shit I got to do.
I gotta work.
Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
Atwood's on the grind, man, actually lifting and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for the most part, I mean, we have dollies and like I forget the name of. What's the thing that goes underneath and picks up pallets? What the fuck is that called, dude?
Forklift?
Yeah, that's it. I keep wanting to call it a
You got
bobcat.
a forklift?
No, they do, so we have to use that to
you
move
got like
pallets.
a hand truck forklift too, where you can move things around.
Basically.
What all you move around? Equipment?
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's like, so this lady owns like a big equipment company for like lawn stuff, but she's got big and small, and she's moving or buying another place in Wilmington that has 2 big ass warehouses there. So we've been moving truckloads of stuff up there, and
from here?
Yeah, well, from Little River. So and now we're to the point that we've got everything moved there. Now we have to start assembling everything. So we have these huge shelves that are like 15 feet high. We have to put together and start organizing all the stuff for her.
Wow,
she's paying good, so I'll be there.
I pay good for stuff I don't want to do.
Yeah, right. And she's got money too. Yeah. So she's in one of those situations where like she's wanting to get everything done so fast. She's got everybody doing everything at once, and now it's kind of creating issues. Now it's like, well, they need to get done over there before we can do anything. But she's paying me to be there, so.
One goes.
Yeah.
About paying people.
Huh?
About paying people.
What?
The fights this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Is that
That's
me?
use, homie. Dang. Another one strikes.
Yeah, so the fight, well, before we talk about this past weekend, we can talk about Izzy real quick. So Izzy, obviously,
his stock's going down.
Yeah, I mean, the guy he fought he's no can, you know.
Yeah,
it's just most people probably didn't know about him before that fight. I mean, people know about him now, but
you just gotta man. Chins go, man, and when they go, but it's also like the mighty fall. And when they fall, you know, it's kind of hard to kind of sit back and watch. I mean, we've seen it with every great athlete usually in the UFC that's got to the championship and they want to continue fighting, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to, you know, time's going to start running its course. And you've been there long enough, man.
Do you think he's there, though? Do you think he's reached that point to where he's like...
Dude's been fighting a long time, man.
Yeah, he has.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was 2019 when he won the championship.
And here's another thing. He's probably comfortable with his life.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know? But what's going to happen when the money runs out? Because it's going to run out, you know? So that's what a lot of these fighters don't get at. They're fighting for right now. And, you know, the money's good right now. But after this money runs out, then what are you going to do, man? I like to say that it's very similar to good-looking girls.
Okay.
All right? That use their looks to make money and have absolutely no other skill, right? So let's say ring card girls. Let's say models, OnlyFans. Hooters waitress. Feet finder. Hooters waitresses, you know, or girls that use strippers.
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, just people that use their body for money. Myself, I mean, I teach jiu-jitsu, but, I mean, people aren't coming for my looks. Maybe they are. Maybe it's just my feet. But, you know, eventually, people get old. And that is not going to
not as aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. So I knew this girl that was a model. She was like a fitness model. She wasn't. Not that I know of, ever did anything, illegally or anything. But moved to California and everything, and I'm just like, what are you doing now? Like I see some videos of her and stuff, but I mean, it's just like,
Yeah,
you're old now.
yeah.
You're still good looking, but it's like not many dudes are looking for that.
Well, at least the good thing about being a
woman.
fighter and getting old and like maybe your body not going like it used to, your knowledge can make you the money.
But all right, yes. But are you a good instructor?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. Not every good fighter is a good teacher, or a good coach. I mean, yeah, that's
a lot of them are selfish, man. A
very
lot of
true.
them don't want to take in learning from other people, and they like ignore other coaches, or if they're in a regular class, or fighters won't. Our fighters do almost all of our classes. It's not like fighters skip our classes and just do private lessons.
Yeah.
You'll see fighters in the boxing class and everything. Those in jiu-jitsu class, all that.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, man.
Well, and then there's some
just,
fighters too. Like let's just say Izzy, right?
Yeah.
For instance, when he retires, he will be able to make a living, even if he's not a good teacher, right? He can go do seminars. He can even do privates, and he can charge people $1,000 for that hour. For a striking course.
Dan Severn's still trying to do seminars.
Really?
Yeah, I get emails like, "Do you want to host Dan the Beast Severn at your?"
Really?
And I'm like, "Absolutely not." Dude.
What is he?
Like,
What is he gonna teach?
What is he gonna teach me, man?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
it would just be the name. Hopefully, people just come and pay for the name.
Who?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Who though?
I'd probably show up just to meet him.
I mean, so I'm like, dude's the OG. I get it, man.
Yeah.
And he can probably still whip my ass. I doubt it, but
well, how old is he now?
He's
Like
huge.
60?
He's got to be, man. 50s, 60s years old.
Yeah, dude.
Riding the coattail of his early UFC, of his only time, like.
I wonder if he shows up here and comes out on the mat in like a singlet.
Oh, and just the what is that? The banana hammock.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the name.
Well, we kind of talked about something similar to this before with like Henry Gracie and how much he charges for
private lessons.
Yeah, it's something. I forget.
That was years. That was $750 an hour.
Yeah, that's.
And that was years
gosh.
ago.
Now I'm sure it's $1,500.
COVID happened, so it's probably $1,000.
Yeah,
because it just cost of living, inflation, all those things happen. Even though my prices only went up like $25 since we've been open.
He also probably lives somewhere around L.A. and has a nice house.
Burned down.
Well, I doubt his house did.
Yeah, I think Torrance is further south.
Is that where he lives? Torrance?
That's where the academy is.
Oh.
The academy is.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
Sorry.
But yeah, so there are outlets for people like that, like Dustin Porier. We were just talking about him. He's gonna have he'll have a lucrative. Well, I mean, he's done. I wouldn't be surprised if he'll open up his own gym or something one day. Or
So
be
he
part
kind of
owner
has
of ATT.
Well, either that, all right, or his old coach is Tim Credeur. You know who Tim Credeur is? So Tim Credeur was on Ultimate Fighter season 4, I think.
Okay.
5, 6, 3.
Somewhere in there.
But he was like talking about he was a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He was like the only guy on the show that was a black belt.
Is that when they were questioning him?
I don't.
Oh no, I was thinking of another season where they were like, "Hey, you say you're a black belt? Where'd you get it?" That was like with Frank Mir or something. I don't think it's the same season.
Oh, gotcha. But anyways, he was like the only one on that season. He was from Lafayette, Louisiana, and he's got a big gym down there now. He's already had his gym and everything, and then got into the UFC, fought on the Ultimate Fighter, ended up getting in the main, and now he has a big gym, man, called Gladiators in Louisiana, and he has the guys in the UFC. He runs a promotion now, so there's a lot of things that he's done. For me, and that I think Dustin's going to probably You know, I know he has his own little training gym down there.
I think he does a lot of his stuff in Florida, though, right?
He does. Yeah, he'll do his training camps, and he'll go train there. But he also has his own little private gym.
Gotcha. In
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
In Louisiana. So if you watch some of his, he's sponsored by Everlast, so it's like all fitted out. Stuff like that. So, I mean, the thing about Dustin is, I'm sure he's used his money wisely. He has the hot sauce thing going.
He started that foundation as well.
He's got a foundation. I'm sure he has property.
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
he's bought some real estate.
Well, Dustin's made a lot of money,
and
dude.
let's not talk about Fightville. Fightville was back in the day. That movie. You never saw that? You got to watch Fightville.
I thought you brought that up.
Yeah, Fightville was an old documentary back in the day. It's got Dustin Porier. He's on it, and that like came out when he, like, right before he came up there to train with us at Kurt's for a week. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, he was just a young kid, man.
Yeah, that's crazy that you guys have trained and stuff like that. It's really such a small community.
And it's still like, dude, that was like that was 2013. Sometime 2013 that happened. I still shoot him messages on and comment on.
Yeah, and he responds.
And he responds.
Yeah.
And he talks, like, I think I posted what was it? I can't remember. It was like a screenshot about on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it was something about training, and you guys did some run or something, and it was like a map on the thing, and you posted it like a GPS, like it tracked it or something, and then he commented on it.
Yeah, and then I was like something about Dustin, training with Dustin for this week or something like that. And
yeah, because you had tagged him.
Yeah, and he's like, good old days.
Yeah.
Good old days. But it's like, no, not what, bro, not for you, man. We both living better now.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean.
Those are the days that make you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. I don't know if I told that, like, when he was in town, I'd work 12-hour shifts, work 12-hour shifts, night shifts. So I'd have to be in an hour early because he had to get a weapon and everything. I had to travel. By the time I got off at like 7 a.m., I drove to Kurt's and I slept on the mats until 10 a.m. jiu-jitsu started. 10 a.m. jiu-jitsu started, I would train, and then after training, I would train with Dustin. We'd spar, or something like that. Usually spar or grapple. And then after that, I would drive my ass back home like at 45 minutes to an hour, sleep, do it all, get up at like 5
sounds so miserable, dude.
p.m. Yeah, it was.
And just knowing that, like, your job, you were in the military, so it's like dirty work, and then you go and you sleep on a fucking mat.
I mean, man, parts of my first career field, I was in civil engineering, so I worked outside a lot, and I worked at like heavy construction. So people were like, they think that I've done this my whole life, like, oh, you get to train all day. It's like, no, dude, like, before I did this, I actually had a job.
Yeah,
like,
well,
I
at
wasn't
the same time,
always. I'm not like. Well, I mean, if we look at Austin, for instance, he worked a little bit when he was younger, but man, he's been working here for 6 years full time. And he gets to train as much as he wants or as little as he wants. Me, I wanted to train as much as possible, but I'd have to go to work for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then get off. And so people were like, oh, work night shifts. It's like, all right, yeah, well, I was fighting in Bellator, dude, working 12-hour shifts, which ended up being 14 hours because I had to be there an hour early, an hour, and have to stay an hour later. It ended up being a 14-hour shift. So I drive straight to the gym and go to sleep on the mat. I mean, boom. I'd sleep on the mat because we had multiple mats. So, I mean, I'd be out, dude. Wake up, train again, drive home, sleep, wake up, take my TRX to work with me, because we were kind of like on call, and it was for like some exercises that some people were doing. We were like cadre, and so I would take my TRX, I'd have a timer, I'd do a workout in my uniform. I would just have just a shirt. I would take my blouse off, my the button top. and I have boots on, uniform, and I do like a HIIT workout in there, and I do it with TRX. I do burpees. You know, I might run up and down the stairs because we had this little stairwell. I might run up and down then. Yeah.
And people, like, going back to what you were saying, like, that might say, oh, you get to train all day. Even if, like, let's just say you weren't in the military and you didn't fight in Bellator or any of that stuff, it's still 10+ years you've dedicated to a craft, right? So if you get to the point where you're able to make a living doing it after, and how many years did you say you were doing it before you started making a living teaching
10 years.
jiu-jitsu? 10 years. Okay, so 10 years you invest into something to be able to make a living doing it. Yeah. So fuck anybody who says, oh, you get to train all day. Like you invest 10 years into something before you can start making a living doing it. And by the way, when you first start making a living doing it, you're barely making a living.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's it. That's like, I mean, when I first started, so I can say 10 years, but I didn't really start making, you know,
until maybe 5 years ago, right?
Not even that, dude.
Maybe like a year after you opened the academy.
Maybe a couple years
so.
ago.
Yeah,
man, I started making some actual money, you know, to where I could put it in my pocket, invest it.
Yeah,
you know,
invest it back into your business.
Yeah, invest it back in our business because that's what, man. I mean, we were open 3 years. I put another $35,000 back.
Well, that's always the goal. Whenever, well, I haven't started any businesses, but I can imagine from an entrepreneur mindset, though, like when you first start your business, obviously your goal is to be able to invest back into your business until you get to a point where you're good investing in your business for a while. You have the space to accommodate for people and, you know, the equipment or whatever. And then you can just chill and let things build on their own before you need to worry about reinvesting into, I mean, you'll have to invest into little things, you know, but I mean like big shit, like bigger facility or whatever the case.
Yeah, man, it's been a fun journey and it's fun to do, but you know, people don't see the other shit. You know,
no.
I don't understand, but you know, like I was saying about, you know, you need fire. That's why I got my black belt, man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my God, man.
See, I'm the type of person I have to set a lot of alarms. Dude.
Apparently.
Yeah, and these
I don't
know why these are
my
going
alarm
off
is?
though.
My alarm doesn't make noise because I can't wake up my son, so it vibrates at 5:30 in the morning. It vibrates.
How does the vibration wake you up?
I have like a little night. It's on my nightstand.
Oh,
and it wakes me up. I'm a light sleeper, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of a heavy sleeper.
I'm a light sleeper, and I can wake up and be up. I'm up.
I can only do that if I'm running late. Wake up like, holy shit, and then I'm up and going. But if I wake up and I look at my clock and I see that I don't have to be somewhere for an hour, I'm fucking laying there.
I have to be up an hour before I have to be somewhere. It's just the way I am.
Now that
when I was younger, dude, I used to have to be at work at 5:30 in the morning, man. I get up at 5.
Yeah, like I'm still that way.
I worked on base too, so it's like, man, I'd get up at 5.
Oh,
shit, shower, shave. I was going,
yeah.
And then I remember one time I was like 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late, and this, I mean, I had been in the military and not even a year yet. It's 2 minutes late for 5:30 in the morning, and my boss made me stay 2 hours extra.
Damn.
Yeah. Boss made me stay 2 hours extra and made me clean the whole thing, clean the whole shop. And I was like, dude, I don't ever see you cleaning up. He's like, boy, and this is how I learned how to lead and this is my first lesson into what a leader was not.
Okay.
And he says, son, I swept and mopped more floors than you can ever imagine. He says, I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Kind of paid your dues, you know?
Yeah, but it's like, but you're the leader of the shop. And he was the one making the mess, dude. So like we had like a big shop bay and he had like a woodworking area and he would gotten this woodworking thing. He was getting ready to retire, man. And he was only a E6, and he was about to retire, which is usually you're a E7, E8, E9 if you're enlisted and you're retiring. You know, this dude's been 20 years, and he only made tech sergeant. I was a tech sergeant at 10 years. No big deal. Anyways, this dude's retiring, and I'm like, man, you don't ever. And he told me that, and I was like, man, from this point on, when I'm never gonna tell somebody if I'm not willing to do it.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna tell you to do it.
Well, that's the difference between a leader and a boss.
You're exactly right, man.
A leader will get their hands dirty, and a boss will just sit there and point their finger.
That's why that guy is always. He didn't make it very high. You know, my goal, if I would have stayed in, I would have made Master Sergeant. Yeah, my goal was to make Master Sergeant in 15 years, and then just retire. I didn't really have any goals after that. I wanted to get out at 20 and be done with it, but I at least wanted to be a Master Sergeant, which is it's called a little rooftop on top.
Chevron?
A little chevron on top, yeah. So you got like 4 down low, and then you got 1 up top.
That's the rank that like John McPhee was, isn't it? Shrek.
So he was Army though.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
he was Master Sergeant though, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's 2 different things.
Oh,
2 different things.
Okay.
So he might have been an E8 or something. You know, maybe a little bit higher than a. So he, you know. Anyways, man. So it's crazy, man. Like,
yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't even.
No idea.
We just go off into space.
Yeah. Well, real quick. So Dustin, another fighter, on his way out. What do you think is a good matchup for Dustin? You know, there was rumor of him and possible Patty, but he kind of shot that down and said it's his last fight. He wants legends only. I mean, when you look at the landscape of the UFC and you think of legends only, like, who is a last fight for Dustin Porier?
I don't know, man. I mean,
and there's been speculation. I doubt this speculation of him and Conor again. I don't want to see that. I don't care to see that fight again.
Yeah, dude, but it's gonna sell.
I mean,
it's gonna sell.
I guess. I don't.
I
think it's gonna sell like that, dude?
It is. It is. Conor's been out so long.
Yeah, but I think that Conor's. I think his hype is starting to fizzle out. I don't think people really care to see him fight anymore.
Yeah, but they're gonna. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it would be the biggest payday of both of their careers.
I don't know about that, dude. I think the second time they fought, it might have been the biggest payday of.
I think this will do it, man. But anyways, man. You know, unfortunately, you know, Conor's, they call him coked out Conor now.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case, man. Maybe he's just on energy drinks.
Yeah.
But, dude, I'll be drinking some energy drinks. I don't act like that, bro.
I was about to say, I've never seen you come in as like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude.
Yeah, I was watching a video of him, like, in the limo talking to Jake and Logan Paul, and you see his face. He's like smiling and like, I was like, damn, dude. Like, you know, whether he's on the sauce or not, I don't know. But
his wife's at home. It's like, he's at it again.
Yeah, he's on something. I don't know. I would, you know, this might not be a very popular one, but I do think that Nate's going to do another fight in the UFC. Those two never got the fight. They're both a little older now.
Yeah,
you know, Nate's a legend. They've always talked shit. Let them both have their final goodbyes. And you can put that on a card like International Fight Week in Vegas. And that doesn't even – because that won't even have to be a main event. They can make that like the first fight of the main card. And
that's July?
Yeah,
Fight Week.
And just stack a huge, and they always do a huge card, and just put it then, and it'll be, you know, both of their goodbye fights or whatever from the UFC. Let them go out, fight each other, fighting a legend, you know.
Definitely a possibility.
Yeah, and if that does happen, who wins that fight?
Dustin.
I believe so too. Probably TKO.
Yeah. He just powers.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we might have gone a little bit longer than
Longer than we anticipated, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Got my Starbucks, man, because I ran out of milk this morning, so I couldn't make my latte at home. And just for the record, my lattes are way better, dude. Way better, man. Way, way better. I use an organic creamer by Organic Valley. And it's called
the brand?
The brand's called Organic Valley. And they make a sweet cream. And so I'll put a little bit of sweet cream in my frother cup, and then I add the rest of the organic whole milk in there. And then that's what I use to froth it and sweeten it too. So it's like organic cane sugar.
Do you ever make like the little
fructose
leaves in the froth?
Bro, I can't do that, man.
You've tried that?
So I have a book, and it's supposed to teach you and everything, but it's like
you got a book on how to make little froth leaves?
it's a barista's book.
Why is that funny?
I don't know why that's funny.
That is funny. I don't know. I guess I'm just envisioning you in there with the little cup, just like doing this back and forth.
Real quick, man. I want to eventually own a coffee shop.
Really? Wouldn't it be cool to have a coffee shop in your
jiu-jitsu.
gym?
Already on the.
That'd be cool.
Boom. I've already put it in the process.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. And I think it have a little window and everything. Boom. You get your coffee and stuff. And it has its own separate entrance.
Well, when you think about it, people
combat
sports,
have already done it.
Oh, I'm sure. But like, if you think about combat sports and people who participate in fighters, people who train and fighters, like, drink a lot of coffee, dude.
Yeah, they drink a lot of coffee. And then afterwards, man, you get done training, you go over there and let's have a nice avocado toast.
Yeah.
A little coffee, some espresso. No big plates.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Just light food.
Light food.
And coffee.
Light food.
That'd be a good idea, man.
Maybe some protein shakes.
You would get people that would come and they wouldn't even be associated with the gym. And then maybe while they're here,
they sign up for a membership.
Or they're in town for a week. They're looking up coffee shops. They see the coffee shop. They get here and like, oh, shit, it's attached to a gym.
It's attached to a gym.
Maybe I'll do a day pass.
Oh, man, there's a fitness gym, too, attached to it?
Oh, man, there's a bunch of dudes in here that are wearing tight clothes. I'm a female. I'm going to come train for the week. You know? Oh, shit, what's his name? His name's Atwood?
Is that Atwood over there?
I'm going to go train with Atwood for the week.
I think I want to go train with that guy. I heard at night he gets crazy.
I heard he's got beautiful feet.
He only shows
We need to shut up, dude.
Right,
yeah, we need to shut up, bro.
That's what this podcast is for, though.
It's early, dude. That's why I'm like this.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm gonna be at work an hour from now and be miserable.
8:25 in the morning.
Yeah,
right now.
An hour from now, I'll be at work and I'll be like, "Fuck, man, I'm ready to go home."
Anyways, guys, we want to get some new video equipment. So we're trying to get some better stuff to just make it more professional. So if you can, please like, comment, share, subscribe, guys, so we can get as many people out there watching, so we can upgrade our stuff and continue to put more product out there, more content. But yeah,
appreciate you guys, and until next time.
Out.